Wait, hold on.
What?
I just remembered I have this.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my god.
I forgot I had this up until this very moment. The king is back. He is home. Put the crown on him.
Oh my god. Happy Halloween, everybody. Jeez Louise.
It's really hot in there. Welcome back to the Podracer podcast.
I'm Jordyn and that's Noah.
And out on bail, fresh out of jail, podcasting, dreaming. We are here, episode 14. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Halloween is just in a couple days.
Yeah. This is what? The 26th? This is coming out?
26th of December. Wait, no. 25th.
25th? What's Friday?
Yeah, Friday's the 25th.
I think you said December too. Hold on, we're all over the place.
What? What month? What month are we in?
Rewind. All right.
Yeah.
Episode 14. This is coming out the 25th of October.
Yeah.
Just a couple days before Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Happy early Halloween.
Buddy, you look good.
I feel good, son. I am, obviously, as you can tell, I am one of the greatest, if not
Hockey
the
fans. So you dressed as a hockey fan?
Huh?
You dressed as a hockey fan. Isn't that a hockey team? Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You're very wrong. You're very wrong.
Okay.
For someone who is from California, it looks like Georgia has gotten to you a lot a bit.
What do you mean?
And now you have forgotten one of the biggest staples of West Coast in general.
Am I an idiot?
Yeah. Okay. Son, editing. Hit me with Shakur.
Hold on. We can't get demonetized now. Hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're dressed as a singer, rapper. I don't listen to rap.
I am dressed as the best to ever do it. The one and the only good old Tupac Shakur. R.I.P. He is the man.
You're right.
He's
I should know that.
The man, the myth, the legend. We all know him. We all love him. Sutton.
I don't listen to music. I'm a creature of habit when it comes to music. I don't branch out a lot.
Sounding like a Biggie fan over here. What is wrong with you?
I don't know who that is either.
You don't know? Well, good, because
This is rap, right?
Biggie ain't got nothing on Pac. West Coast for life.
What, was Biggie the East Coast rapper or something?
He was. He was
Okay.
He was from New York.
Yeah, brother. I don't listen to rap. I just I don't know. My playlists have stayed the same for like the past 10 years. Like my music, like what am I thinking? My music bank is like very old, outdated, not a lot. Like I just don't listen to music. I'm a movie connoisseur. I like to visualize it. I get bored after a while.
Oh.
That's just me. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know.
So you're dressed as that one person from Cars 3, the one that goes, Lightning McQueen! You're
Super fan?
Yeah, you're the super fan?
That's actually that's a fun idea. No, I saw this at Spirit and I was like, ooh, I really like this jacket. I'm basically just a pit crew person, if you will. That's when we get the hat and everything. But yeah, I didn't want to wear the hat, so that was me taking it off.
The hat was kind of fire, though. Oh, and the glasses are coming
off. The hat
off.
is nice. Yeah, I don't want to be in sunglasses all the time, but it was for the look.
It was for the look.
For the intro look.
Ah, okay.
No, the hat's pretty cool. I mean, it's Lightning McQueen. It's got the racing stripes, all the good thing. Or flag.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Boogity, boogity, boogie. Let's go racing, you know?
Boogity, boogity. Hell yeah.
Float like a Cadillac, sting like a Beamer.
That's not what Muhammad Ali said. What the heck? Never mind. So
happy Halloween,
weekly
man.
Recap, son. Man, it's good. It's good to be back. How was your week?
My week was okay. Just same old. Nothing too crazy happened. I kind of have actually a bummy weekly rewind.
Bummy?
Yeah. So if you don't know, and you've been living under a rock, band member One Direction Liam Payne has passed away.
Yeah.
and I was a huge directioner.
That's what you guys are called? Directioners?
That's what they were called. Yeah,
Oh,
the
man.
directioners. I was a huge 1D fan.
1D fan. Oh, it gets even worse.
It does. No, but it was just like really devastating. Like that news really just hit me hard.
Yeah.
And I actually got a phone call from one of my best friends, Leilani.
Shout out.
She is the one who called me to break the news. And she called me while I was still at work. And so I was just like kind of like in shock the whole day. Because I didn't necessarily want to feel my emotions like at work. And I got home and I just went on this spiral on TikTok. And I was just, my entire feed now is covered in One Direction edits. But yeah, it was super like heartbreaking. So for anybody who was a One Direction fan, I feel for you. But that's kind of been my week. It's just been mourning Liam Payne and going by my day-to-day stuff, you know. But other than that, it's been pretty good week.
Oh, well,
Sorry to bring the mood down.
that's sad. I found out when me and my buddy were going to the casino, so it's probably not as bummy as you being at work, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was just like my childhood, you know? Like, it was
Sure.
just... Yeah, like, that was a big part of my childhood. Me and my best friend, Leilani, we were obsessed with it. We actually went to go see them in concert, I think, in 2016.
Jeez, that's wild.
Yeah, like, posters on the wall. Like, I was that kid, so... Yeah, it's super sad, but...
Man.
Yeah, all thoughts and prayers to all his family, all his friends. But anyways, let's not be Debbie Downers.
No, let's not be Debbie Downers because this
What about
week,
you? How's your week?
My week has been okay. I recently copped this bad boy. It is a comic. It's literally just like like the movie of Revenge of the Sith, but it's like all comic form. And it's literally the whole movie, and like, check it. It like look at that. That looks so cool.
That is cool.
It's so.
Is it just like a play-by-play of the movie? Like,
pretty much. I mean, like, it's all the scenes. It's a good bit of the dialogue. Some of it's... Oh, my God. They did Anakin so dirty.
oh, that's bad. That's some bad artwork right there.
Oh, man. For the audio listeners, it looks like... Oh, my God. It looks like you took Anakin Skywalker's face and, like, made it in Minecraft. That's how bad it looks.
He kind of, I don't know if it was just like how I'm seeing this through FaceTime, but it low-key gave me like handsome Squidward vibes.
It was, it's not that. It's worse.
Like it just looked like morphed where he's like got like way too many prominent facial features, you know what I mean? Like
on the one that I just showed, his eyes were so far apart. He looked like Stewie from Family Guy. It was kind of insane. That's our Sith Lord, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, geez, that's Darth Vader right there. Man.
But I copped that today, so that was pretty cool.
You always find good little, like, things like that.
It's here and there. Anyway, I got some news, something.
Noah's Newscast, run it!
Not a thing. So it was announced on James Gunn's Instagram that the one and the only, and we talked about this
we did. We talked about it off camera.
And I wanted it so bad, and now we're getting it. Krypto the Super Doggo is going to be in the DCU. He's going to be in Superman. The best boy. The greatest boy.
Did you watch that cartoon?
Oh, yeah. And
that cartoon was a classic.
It was a banger. It was the
so
only
good.
like DC thing I really watched that wasn't like just Batman. So like I was all over that. All over that. And like he based like a lot of like the features off of like his own dog, which is kind of cool. Cause I thought like Krypto is supposed to be like this like super dog where it's like a kind of like bigger, taller, and kind of like beefed out kind of dog. That's how it was in the cartoon. But this one's going to be like a little bit scruffier and everything like that. But it's just going to have all the powers of Superman. That's cool. I still rock with it. I like a good old scrappy pup. So
I'm down.
I'm going to just get all the merchandise for Krypto, 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
Sticking with the DCU, James Gunn also announced that the very second film in the DCU is going to be Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Will it actually be called that? Probably not. It might just be called Supergirl, which is slated to come out in 2026. So,
okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Hot take. We have not gotten a good live adaptation of Supergirl.
I agree with that hot take. Because the CW show was not
That's probably
good.
The best depiction of it, and it's not great.
And it's not even good. Exactly.
I liked that show just for the drama, and I do really like the actress who plays Supergirl or Cara Danvers. But like, yeah, it's just it's not great. I just felt like the CW shows just started like trying to reach a little bit.
And we got a Supergirl in the Flash movie,
which was not good, right?
Did you see it?
I didn't see the Flash.
Oh man.
No.
Well, Michael Keaton was the only reason why I wanted to watch that movie. And then with Supergirl in it, I'm like, wow, they're just throwing everything because the studio is dying.
Yeah.
And it served practically no purpose, only because they probably couldn't get Henry Cavill back.
Yeah.
So it was dumb. So yeah, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is the name right now, but that'll probably just get changed to Supergirl, which I guess that's what James Gunn is going to do.
Fine.
Which I'm fine with. But that's going to be coming out 2026. But what's going to be coming out later this year, or I believe it might be coming out sometime next year, early next year. Son, one of the top tier cartoons of our childhood.
What?
Phineas and Ferb are back.
Yes, I remember when they announced this. I was so stoked.
I follow the creator on TikTok, and he makes the best TikToks for some reason. I absolutely love it. But
is the creator the same voice that voiced Doofenshmirtz?
yes.
Okay, because I always see his TikToks. I didn't know if they're the same person or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I am so excited for this.
He's great.
It's going to be great. Is it coming back as a show or a movie?
It's coming back as a show, but I think it's going to be premiering on Disney Plus.
Okay.
It's not going to actually be like on Disney Channel, which I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. So it's just going to go straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Disney XD even a thing anymore?
I don't know. I don't have cable, so.
Yeah, I don't either.
Who owns cable anymore?
I don't know.
I feel like that's like been one of the things that like I never thought would be outdated up until like maybe 2020, where everything just went to streaming.
Yeah, but like streaming is slowly. Have you noticed streaming is slowly turning into cable?
Yeah, with all the ads and commercials.
Like everything has ads now, which the whole point of it was that we don't have ads. Like,
yeah,
that was kind of the point of streaming. And then it's like every single freaking channel has its own streaming platform now. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're almost like buying like each channel the kind of the way you did like you'd buy the extra channels on cable. Like
exactly, yeah.
It's just like turning back into what it already was, but in my opinion a more difficult way because you can't watch it all in one spot. You have to like flip between apps. And like now of course you got to buy like a smart TV.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like, it's crazy.
I guess it does help in the fact where, like, if you miss something and, like, you forgot to DVR it, like, you would have to wait until it did a rerun.
That's fair.
In this nowadays, you can just, like, go onto, like, the show title and just, like, watch it whenever you want. So, like,
yeah.
DVR is, like, RIP. But... yeah, I feel like it's kind of easier that way. But yes, the absurd amount of commercials and have to pay like an extra like $15 on top of the 10 basic just so you can not watch the commercials. It's getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, and now they're doing the whole thing where like if you're not in the same location, like it's an extra charge.
Yeah.
And now they're even doing the things where to add multiple profiles, it's an extra charge. And it's like you're taking away all the things that were appealing of streaming and just essentially like transitioning it back to kind of like a weird version of cable. Like, in my opinion, I just think it's dumb.
It's weird.
I think it's dumb and it's irritating. And also, I feel like it's the reason that shows are shorter now.
Yeah.
Shows used to be like 20 to 22 episodes, and they're like 45-minute episodes each. And you'd get an entire, like, you'd get months worth of stuff that's coming out every single week. And now it's either like, I've noticed like it's from 6 episodes to 10 episodes is every season. And it
they're
takes
barely
like
30 minutes.
Yeah, they're all different. Like, some of them are like, here's a 53-minute episode. Here's a 30-minute episode. Oh, here's a 25-minute. Here's a 47. Like, it's so random to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing, too, is they're releasing, like, 6 to 10 episodes. It's typically 10 episodes. And it's taking them, like, 2.5 years to make these and get them out.
Right.
For 10 episodes, and then it's over like that, because then they'll do the week by week thing, and that's only like 2 months of content essentially, or they just release the entire season in one go. You watch it in like 1 to 2 days and you're done. You gotta wait a whole over freaking 2 years for
Just
the next season if they get another season, and then it's just another couple 10 episodes. It's like,
I agree,
it's kind of ruined TV in my opinion.
A little bit. Man,
I went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Drink some water, bud. You gotta cool down a tad. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah,
She is not wrong though.
Sorry.
Thank you. I know recently they YouTube Premium, how it's like $23 a month for no ads, are now doing a thing where it's like $14 and you only watch some ads.
That's weird.
It's so weird.
Like, it's just bizarre to me. Like, how are you not making enough money from, like, viewership?
Because you are. Like, you're making so much on just monthly subscriptions alone. You don't need to, like, make money
monthly
off of
subscriptions. Monthly subscriptions. Freaking viewership. I'm sure with, like, you know, like Netflix original shows or Hulu original shows or movies or whatever. Like, you're getting some sort of money from the production of that. Right? So it's like, why are you why are you shoving ads back down everybody's throats who have now lived like almost 10 years with like commercial free when all this shit started like blossoming the way it did. Now you're just shoving it all back down our throats. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in charge of a studio and some sponsor chucked a whole amount of money to be like, hey, can you play this for like 20 seconds? I would be like, yeah, sure. Give me some more money. So
it's fair. I mean, they're making their bag, but it's irritating.
It is getting a little irritating.
Sorry, that was a really like long tangent.
No. Staying on like Disney Plus, it's an actual like a good segue because my boy Daredevil's show got officially announced that it will be premiering on Disney Plus on March 4th.
Hell yeah.
We are getting closer and closer.
That's exciting.
To Daredevil Born Again. I cannot tell you how hyped I am for this show. I'm going to be talking about it every single second that I can because I love Daredevil. What they've been doing with Daredevil and MCU has been like hit and miss and hasn't been a lot, but they've been doing a lot of
it's
with
been
Fisk,
little sprinkles
here and there, whole amount of Fisk, which makes sense because Fisk is like the size of the moon, so it makes sense why he's in there as much as he is. But the actual show with John Berthal coming back as Punisher, as the actress and actor who play Foggy Nelson and Karen, I forget her last name, but yeah, like that's all. They're like the cast is coming back, and I'm so excited.
I need to watch the Netflix one still.
Yeah, you do.
I got time though. March is a ways away.
It's a good amount of ways, and Daredevil is one of those shows that it's like, I think it's like 12 or 15 episodes, and they're all like an hour each. So like they're long.
Oh, okay.
But they are worth it. They are worth it. Season 2 is where it really ramps up, because that's where Punisher comes in, and season 3 is stressing crazy. But season 1 is like such a good tone. Like it sets the tone so perfectly for a Daredevil show that like I just hope that the show, the new show that's coming out, can just kind of have that same essence of that. And if it does, it's gonna
Hopefully it
be a
does.
home run. Home run.
I mean, I really feel like Deadpool and Wolverine kind of opened the door to like the more mature side of these superheroes, and so hopefully,
Absolutely.
like, they just really like take in consideration what the fans want, and that they want this more mature Daredevil, and like give us good Daredevil for the MCU.
It is going to be TVMA, which is the same that it was on Netflix. So
yeah, so there's no reason not to.
there's no reason. There's going to be a lot of blood in Hell's Kitchen, and I'm excited.
No, I feel like if it doesn't compare and is like just kind of a flop, like it could flop in the MCU, and that's a really scary thing to think about.
Don't put that out.
What?
Don't put that out in the universe. Don't speak it into existence, Sutton.
I'm not, but I'm just saying
Don't say it.
This is the MCU.
Don't need
There
to
are
say it.
some things we've anticipated to be out of the park, and they have been just complete and utter disappointments.
But this is Daredevil we're talking about.
I know.
It can't flop. It won't flop.
I mean, we'll see.
We're
We'll
not going to
see.
see it flop. I'll tell you that. I've bet every dollar I
Okay,
own,
okay.
all 6 of them. And I will say that this show is going to be a banger. And when it is,
Okay.
so now we got a little fun fantasy draft coming at you.
Heck yeah.
We are going to be keeping in the spirit of Halloween
The
here.
spooky season.
The
yeah.
spooky season is among us, which means only one thing. If we're going to be doing a fantasy draft, we have to be drafting the icons of horror. I'm talking about
Absolutely.
all kinds of main characters from all kinds of great horror movies. There's a
Yep.
good amount of them, but we are going to be drafting 5 each. Classic snake draft.
Snake
And
draft.
We are
know it, you love it.
going to see another victory on my end because I have won every single fantasy draft.
That is such bullcrap. You have not won every single draft. There's no. I've sweeped you in at least one of them.
All right.
Snake draft, horror icons. I love it. Let's get into it. You want to bust out our good friend Alexa over there?
I don't know about good friend. I mean, she hasn't paid rent at all, but I'll I guess.
She's getting her work in. She's paying for her rent, helping us out with the pod.
Yeah, every other month. Alexa, can you flip
Wait.
Oh.
We didn't even pick, homie. We didn't even pick.
Yeah, we didn't pick. That's actually a good point.
All right, you pick this time. What you feeling, heads or tails?
I'm going to go heads.
Okay.
I'm feeling heads today.
Heads, you go 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Tails, I go first. I like it.
Yeah. Hit them up. Alexa, flip a coin.
Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
I love the flip sound.
you got heads.
Woo!
All right. You've gone first most drafts, I think. And I don't mind it.
Number 1 in the field. Number 1 in your heart. You know it.
Usually the number 1 overall draft pick is because the person is on such a losing streak, they got to go first. So I'm okay with this.
That's crazy because for someone that has always gone first, I've always gotten big pulls, big
That's fair.
bangers,
You're probably going to steal.
big moves only.
You do. You usually get my first pick, which you're probably going to do right now.
Probably.
Go ahead. Start it off.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-da-da. In the very first round of the Horror Icon Fantasy Draft, sponsored by the Podracer podcast,
I love when he does that.
Noe is going to be picking the King of Halloween, Michael Myers.
Yup, that's my first pick. Okay.
He is. Wait, hold on.
What?
I just remembered I have this.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my god.
I forgot I had this up until this very moment. The king is back. He is home. Put the crown on him.
Oh my god. Happy Halloween, everybody. Jeez Louise.
It's really hot in there.
That's a weird, like, mask. Is it just covering the front of your face?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It's very dumb. You're supposed to, like, tuck
Ah.
it into, like, your shirt. And then if you have
I
hair.
see.
But it's hot in there. My glasses fogged up immediately as soon as I took one breath. That's insane.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
you definitely got my first pick. Good
Michael
pick.
Myers, the king of slash. the master of disaster, the colossus of clout, the apex predator.
Yep, banger song.
Banger.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
All right, with my first pick, I'm going to go good old Scream, Mr. Ghostface. He's got... What? You always do this. You always make me feel like such a piece of shit with my picks. Every single time we do this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ghostface is icon. That first movie is incredible. Oh, shit, sorry. Hit my mic.
That first movie is incredible.
Yes.
Sucks it's the only good one, but, you know, yes. It was.
Fair. It's also the only one I've seen, but it is very good.
Okay.
God damn it. You make me feel like shit every time. Here we go again with my second pick of the horror icon draft.
Let's see what you get.
I'm going to go good old Pennywise the Clown. There he is with his goddamn freaking facial expression.
It just, man, you're just leaving so much.
I see you.
You know what you're doing?
I see you crossing them off. Like, they're on your list. You're just...
They're on my reserve list, madam.
Shit.
Reserve list.
Here's the thing, too, though. I won't be upset if I lose this draft because, as we'll discuss later, I'm not...
Because you're used to it, it's okay.
I am not a horror movie watcher. I am not a horror movie connoisseur. That's a to be fair, the people that are on my list are from movies I have seen.
Okay.
There's in my reserve list, there's 3 characters that I know are just iconic, but I haven't seen the movies. So that's why they're not on my list. So that might hurt me in the end, but I'm going off of what I know. So.
Fair.
Pennywise the Clown. I really like the It story. I really liked the remake. The second one didn't need to be made, though, in my opinion. Yeah, so Ghostface and then Pennywise the Clown. My first 2 picks.
All right.
And, of course, Noah's made me feel like shit in the second round of the draft.
I'm just getting ready to hit.
Go ahead.
Just another bink, banger, danger. It's long, it's far, it's gone. Out of the park, my next pick is the man that has gone away and come back. You cannot kill him. He will always return. It is Jason Voorhees himself.
Who's that?
From Friday the 13th.
Oh, I didn't know that was his name.
With the hockey mask and the machete.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I didn't know that was his name. I've never seen those movies either. So, brother, what did I just say about horror movies?
But like Friday the never mind. We'll get to that, folks.
We'll get to that,
folks. Don't jump ahead now, Sutton.
All right, go ahead.
Jason Voorhees, number 2. Welcome to the team, Jason. He's gonna be my starting goalie. My third person.
Yep.
Is another legend of the game. Okay. Has even gone toe to toe, 1-on-1 with the great one, Jason himself. It is Freddy Krueger.
Okay, that's the only one I haven't seen. Yeah, I know.
Nightmare on Elm Street is now in your city.
He is iconic. He's got an iconic look. He's very scary looking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's showtime, man. It is
100p.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
All right, for my third pick, I am going to go with a character that has given me nightmares for probably a week straight after I watch this movie. I'm going to go Annabelle.
Okay.
You okay with that one?
That's actually a good one because, I mean, it's a doll, but...
She's creepy.
She's very, very creepy.
Yeah, so as I've said a couple times now, I don't like horror movies. I especially don't like any of the paranormal, demonic, like those type of horror movies. They really just make me uneasy and uncomfortable. And back in the day, my roommate and my good friend they decided they wanted to have like a double feature, just like horror movie night, and we watched The Conjuring and then Annabelle back to back late at night in the dark. And I for sure like had nightmares about Annabelle for weeks. Like it was, it was bad. And I was like a 19, almost 20-year-old.
I was the same way when I watched the second Conjuring when The Nun came out. Anytime I like was in a room that was all dark and had to go somewhere that had like a long hallway, I'm like, nah, she's there. I'm just gonna stay here.
It's a no for me for sure.
It's
but
a no from me, dog. That's right.
Yeah, so number 3 is going to be Annabelle for me. For my 4th pick, I got to go good old classic Jigsaw. Those movies are a lot of fun. Okay. And I like his look. Yeah, Jigsaw.
Now, are you going with Jigsaw the puppet, or are you going with the Jigsaw killer who actually does the killing? Who are you going with?
Are they not the same?
Not really.
I've only seen like maybe the first 2 Jigsaws, saws.
Didn't we see them at a drive-in?
I was that with you?
Yeah, it was me, you, Becca.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was my first time ever seeing Saw.
Okay.
That was the puppet then, right?
Yeah, so the puppet was like who like they saw, but the Jigsaw killer himself, I think his name is something Kramer. I'm forgetting his name. But okay, we'll just throw Jigsaw up there. They're practically the same. That's a good pick.
I guess I'm going for the puppet, but yeah, Jigsaw. Like Jigsaw. I'm more like I'm more picturing the mask, like
swirls on the cheeks.
Yeah. So those movies are crazy. They completely mind me in ways I don't want.
So with my 4th pick, I'm gonna go with one of my favorites.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Jack Torrance.
Yeah.
From The Shining.
Good pick.
Gosh, when he just is like looking out on the outside and just going insane with cabin fever and just thinking about murdering his family. Mm-hmm. Who is good?
He's good.
Who is good? There's really no other man like Jack Nicholson. Fun fact, Jack Nicholson's son is in Smile 2. And his son does like the creepy smile, looks identical to him.
Really?
Identical. It's scary good.
Did you go see Smile 2?
No, I just saw it on TikTok. I'm like, is that Jack Nicholson's son? Because it looks like him, and I searched up, and it is his son.
That's awesome.
Crazy that he has it. Like the freaking scary look that his dad got famous on. Killer. Let him be Joker. Let him be Joker next. Going back to what we talked about last week. Let him be Joker. I'm down for that. That would be amazing.
Okay. No, just seeing how insane Jack Torrance is. It's just the performance is so good. That's a good pick.
Give me the bat. For my last and final pick of the 2024 Horror Icon Fantasy Draft, I'm going with someone who is not like scary, but he is just so funny, and I just love him. I'm going with Art the Clown from the Terrifier movies.
Okay.
Art is...
He's creepy looking.
Gosh, he's hilarious. He is so funny. And the actor who plays him just has the best of time.
Kills it.
Dude, like there's a freaking like it's not even a blooper, it's like behind the scenes stuff, and he's on like a little like tricycle and he's just like having fun, and he's just like,
I love it.
I think he was like singing or something like that. It's hilarious. Yeah. It's so fun. You could tell that he's just having a blast being like this scary person. And it's just all his facial expressions, because he doesn't talk in any of the movies, but his facial expressions are just so good and hilarious, and sometimes just out of pocket. It's great. It's great. It's definitely one of those where a picture can say 1,000 words. Well, he says 1,000 words by just looking at you, and you know all of them that he's trying to say. They're that good.
Now, I don't know if it was from the first or the second movie, but the first time I ever saw him was in like movie clips on TikTok. Like someone was just reposting them. And I found myself, like, you know, you find one on your For You page and then you click the profile and it's like part 1 out of like 17 and you almost are watching the whole movie.
And you're like, all right, now I gotta watch him now.
Yeah, I found myself just like scrolling and like watching like a bunch of clips of him just because he's so entertaining his facial expressions, and he makes you feel so uneasy. It's almost like oh my God, like you can't stop watching though. I really want to watch his movies. I haven't seen any of them, but
you totally should.
Yeah, no, I'll get to it. I don't know. I gotta grow a pair, I guess, to do it.
Grow some hypothetical balls, Sutton, and let's
I will.
let's get
I'll
you
try.
watching some Terrifier because you won't regret it. The first one is like a little weird to watch because it's low budget. The second one is a higher budget, so it actually has a story. Not really.
I've heard the second one's the better one.
Way better. So Terrifier movies, they all like the story doesn't mean crap. The acting is bad, but you're not watching it for the acting. You're watching it for like the gory, crazy kills and stuff.
That's what it is. It's just gore, right? It's just a slasher movie, basically.
It's a gore comedy thriller, is how I like to picture it. But it is a horror. It is in the horror genre, and like it oh man, it hits. Especially since they use all the effects are practical, which being such a
I like that.
I'm a huge buff for that. So anytime where a full movie is always like that, it always has my money. And Terrifier is just too good to like not like give it more praise. So yeah, Art the Clown, my final pick.
Okay, I like it. For my final pick, who do I want to do? I think I want to go. Part of me wants to go The Nun just because of the creep factor and the scare factor of it, but I've never seen those. I'm gonna go Norman Bates for my final pick.
Oh,
I love just how insane this man is.
How did I not have? I didn't even have Norman Bates on my reserves. I can't believe I forgot
Dang.
That is a good pick, Sutton.
Yeah. I really like Psycho. I grew up on Alfred Hitchcock movies. Norman Bates is a nut. He's creepy. He's gonna be my final pick. He's
Would you
just
like
absolutely
to
insane.
do the very first ever potential trade?
For who?
I'll give you Freddy Krueger.
No, homie, I would want Michael Myers, but I know you're not giving me that.
You want Michael? You know, my list is stacked, so I can afford losing Michael because...
Really?
I can maybe afford to lose Michael here.
You're going to trade your number one pick for Norman Bates? No, I'm not giving it to you. That's crazy. I've finally picked the character that you want. I'm not giving you him.
Okay.
Norman Bates.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be a better season for me, but I was taking a risk here.
Oh, whatever. That's a good movie, Psycho. Man, I haven't watched that in years.
Very good movie. That's a very good movie.
Did you ever watch the Bates Motel TV show?
Yes.
Was that any good?
No.
Okay.
No. I understand what they wanted to do with have young Norman and his mom, and it established that crazy psychotic connection to like what would we see Norman become and like kind of explain how he was the way he was, but we didn't need that because just watching Psycho, we already understood how insane he was because his narration and his monologues like just told us everything, you know?
Oh yeah.
And
that end scene gives me chills every single time when he's in the like in the padded room or whatever,
and he just stares
or
into the camera.
Yeah, and he's just basically acting like he's possessed by his mother, but he's just insane. Like, it's... Yeah. Good movie.
Great movie.
Good movie.
Great movie.
That was a fun draft.
Fun draft.
Fun little spooky season draft.
Check another one in the win column for Noe. That is...
Nah, let us know in the comments, chat, what you think.
I got the practically almost like 3 of the Mount Rushmores for horror icons, okay? The only horror icon...
I got some good icons.
I will say, my Mount Rushmore of horror icons when it comes to just slasher movies, by like just appearance, everyone knows them. Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, Ghostface.
Right.
That is the Mount Rushmore. I got 3 of them suckers.
You
Then
do.
you throw in Jack Torrance and Art the Clown. You're cooked. You're cooked. You're done.
I don't know. Annabelle is pretty well known. What was the other ones I had?
Bums. They're all bums. It doesn't matter. They're all bums. They're going to go back working at McDonald's where Donald Trump was just at. Get a Big Mac. Don't forget the large fries.
Not the Donald Trump impression. I'm surprised you didn't whip out a Donald Trump costume.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, God.
You're loving it.
These friggin' like I'm tired of seeing Donald Trump at McDonald's on my Instagram feed and my Twitter feed. Get him off.
Why is he at McDonald's? Like, Kamala's never worked there. I went to every one. They all said they didn't know her. So stupid. Like, he's in like an apron, still with his business suit on. Like, what are you doing, man?
God. Politics are a joke. Anyways, let's not get into that. We don't talk about politics on the show.
Talk to Grimace.
That was a fun draft. Let us know in the comments who you guys think won. Me.
So now we're going to be moving into a segment that I'm so happy is a thing because it is really just exposing Jordyn for not seeing movies.
It is.
It is for another edition of Has Sutton Seen It?
Ooh, yay. We get to make fun of how little I know.
I'm your man, Steve Harvey. We got a great show for y'all tonight. Ladies and gents, I got 10 top tier, in my opinion, Halloween movies that some of them are like not really like horror movies. Most of them are, but some of them are not. But it's just like you can watch them around Halloween, and it's a vibe. It's in the move, it's in the mood, and it's great. It's fun. It's fantastic, and it's our next segment. So
love it.
All right. So number 1 is classic, the 1978 Halloween.
Oh, the very first Halloween?
Very first Halloween.
No.
Ooh.
The only experience I've had with Michael Myers and Halloween was it 2018?
Oh, the first remake or
they
reboot?
Essentially rebooted it or remade it or whatever.
So yeah, it's a soft reboot because it's technically a sequel to the very first Halloween.
Right.
Obviously, I think the second Halloween movie that came out, I think it was in 1980.
Okay.
Something like that. That one was Halloween 2, and that was like a direct sequel. And then it spawned like more like movies that like were sort of attached to it.
Okay.
And then kind of not. It was like the timelines on the Halloween movies like got a little weird, and then Rob Zombie did his own remakes. He did 2 of those. But it didn't follow anything from the past movies. And then they did a reboot in 2018, which is technically a sequel to the very first one.
Yeah.
This one that we're talking about. And then that obviously spawned Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. And that's like the new timeline that we're going in. But those movies are wrapped and finished, and I don't think we're going to get any more until they decide to reboot it again. But yeah, the very first like big movie for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, she's great.
That's her mom was the woman in Psycho.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
the woman that that dies in the shower.
The woman that gets killed in the shower. That's Jamie Lee Curtis's mother.
I never knew that.
And yeah, it's crazy how this movie like was made because it was like on a $300,000 budget, and then
Halloween?
it like went on to like the budget on that movie was stupid small, and they just went on to go and like break box office records with it.
Yeah,
and it just turned into something insanely big.
Oh, for sure.
And Michael Myers became such a household name.
Absolutely.
And that movie just rocks.
Yeah.
I suggest you watch that, at least the first one.
No, I definitely want to.
It's very corny. It's super corny.
That's how they were back in the day, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm going to have to put that one in the no column, unfortunately.
All right, mark it. I have a feeling that this no column is
it's going to be big this time.
It's going to get some company today.
Yeah, this one, there is a good chance I go 0 out of 10 here, just with...
That's totally fine. I'm actually sure you've seen maybe 3 of these.
Okay.
I have hope. I have hope. The second one, Silence of the Lambs.
No.
With Hannibal Lecter. That's another person who was on my reserve list.
Really?
But I didn't want to take him because you just gave up so many big boys left on the table. I had to pick them up.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It made my draft better. So
is that movie R?
Silence of the Lambs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All these movies are R. I think except for 2 of them. 2 of them are not R.
That one growing up, I definitely remember I was not allowed to watch that one. And then again, just because I'm not a big horror fiend, I never got around to it. So yeah,
well, Anthony Hopkins, who plays Odin in Thor,
okay,
the Thor movies, he is Hannibal Lecter. And he's like this crazy like serial killer who's like just so insane and like oh man, there's so many, like he's such a mastermind too. But there's this very big scene where this detective like has to go talk to him, and there's like he's in this big cage, like it's a cell, but it's a big room, and like just has this giant plane of glass, and he's just like standing there and like just talking, and just, it creeps you out, man. Like his performance in it is just so good, and like almost all the performances in that movie are just on point.
Yeah.
So I go recommend that.
Okay.
Especially to watch in the season.
All right.
Next, 1982's The Thing.
No.
Oh man.
I don't actually know anything about that one. I don't think.
So The Thing, just to like quickly sum it up, it's practically like this like random like blob. That will kind of... okay. Do you know Ditto in Pokemon?
Yes.
Where it can like turn into like different Pokemon and stuff like that? So The Thing can practically do the same thing.
Okay.
Where it like can just turn into people and kind of like take them over.
Oh.
And like possess them, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Interesting.
It's a crazy concept.
Yeah.
But like, it's so good.
All right.
I think Kurt Russell is also in it too.
Okay. He's good.
Yeah. They're like in Alaska and it's like really, really sick. Or am I thinking of The Blob? Oh no. Noah. If I'm thinking of the Blob. No, I can't be thinking about the Blob. No, I'm not wrong. Haha. Yep. Antarctica, base camp, Kurt Russell. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I was thinking about the Blob. But it does kind of turn into a blob at one point, and it has just a whole bunch of like weird like people. Another movie that had just tons of practical effects in it too.
Yeah.
Insane.
Okay. The Thing.
All right. 0 for 3, but hopefully this next one you have seen. It is always a good time to watch around this time of year.
Okay.
The sequel for it just recently came out. It is the first Beetlejuice movie. Oh no.
No.
Oh man.
I have never seen anything Beetlejuice.
Wow, dude.
I know.
It is funny. It is funny. It has Alec Baldwin. It has Gina Davis. Obviously, it has Catherine O'Hara. It has Winona Ryder in it. And then obviously it has the great Michael Keaton. Another top tier movie by Tim Burton, who just kills like this type of Halloween themed movies. Like obviously Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep. Bangers.
All them. Banger after banger. Tim Burton runs Halloween, I feel like. But yeah, Beetlejuice is a no.
It's a no. Yeah, I know that one's like a big one too. It was just, again, it was one of those things I wasn't really allowed to watch as a kid, or my parents didn't like have any interest in showing it to me apparently, and I just never got around to it. So, no. I almost thought about watching it when Beetlejuice came out recently. But I that was kind of around the time I was on my vacation and then had to go to my work training thing, and just didn't happen.
Right.
It's on the list.
Right, number 5. Now, I'm only going to get a little really upset about this if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
Only because we're theater kids.
Yeah.
So I would really want you to see this.
Okay.
It's Little Shop of Horrors. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Little Shop of Horrors with Rick Moranis.
I've never even heard of that one. I don't know what that one is.
Really? With the plant from outer space and it grows big and it sings and it's all crazy? Like the plant falls in love with him. And
I'm a fake theater kid, to be honest with you. Like, because hear me out. I was never interested in theater. I joined our improv team, which is where you and I met. And then Leilani and Tirsa were actually like trying to get me to do theater since freshman year, and I finally like caved junior year. And so my knowledge of theater is from that, really. And then like some of the big musicals like I enjoy, or some of the big plays I enjoy, But I'm kind of a fake theater kid, and I'm not afraid to admit that because I'm not gonna claim something I'm not really, you know. And you hate my guts now. Yeah, I know.
So number 6.
Guys, I swear he wants to quit the podcast every single time I reveal something new.
Number 6 is...
Oh, God. Go ahead, give it to me, number 6.
I feel like I've been lied to.
Yeah, this isn't something like we've ever talked about.
So number 6.
You gotta admit, like, sorry to cut you off again. You gotta admit, in high school, we didn't do very well-known plays. Like...
No. We didn't have the budget for it.
No, the plays we did were pretty trash. Like...
Yeah, they were really bad.
Just for context for some people, I'm not going to go into every play we ever did. But one of the big plays we did was High School Musical.
Oh, man.
Terrible. And
Terrible.
one of the other plays we did, which I actually had a lot of fun doing, was the Game of Tiaras play.
Oh, my God. Pause on this right now.
We got to talk about this.
Game of Tiaras is such a stupid play.
I don't even know how we found this, like, to be honest with you.
Dumbest play ever. Or just had so many different properties put in the same play.
Yes, it's
and
essentially
so dumb.
A parody, weird, I don't know, fairy tale randomness. The idea was it was Disney characters and it was following storylines from Game of Thrones. That was the play.
Exactly.
And there were 2 narrators.
Clearly it didn't work.
No.
Clearly it didn't work.
No, there were 2 narrators who dressed up as Game of Thrones characters. Like, one of them was Daenerys, and I think the other one was supposed to be Jon Snow. And then,
yeah,
ideally, the rest of the cast, like, so you have these 2 narrators narrating this play, and it's just a bunch of, like, Disney princesses and princes, and they're following the Game of Thrones. And my character, which I like to...
The best character.
I like to argue was the main character.
The best character.
I had the best...
I'm not, like, saying this to hype her up, but she legit, every time that she was on... She got the biggest laughs.
I think I was the, like, undetermined but kind of determined main character of the show.
You were the uncredited main character.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So my character, my literal name was Blood Packet Person. And so the narrators, they kind of introduced me because essentially I was just someone who was not good enough to get casted in the play. Yeah,
and essentially it was like she wasn't good enough to be in the play, and the play was also so cheap. Mm-hmm. They didn't have the budget to do any, like, blood or anything like that.
Yeah, so I was given a stage crew, like, role for this play, because essentially it's a play about a play is the idea. And
yeah, it broke the fourth wall a lot. But that was the whole point.
Yeah, and so anytime a character dies, which if you've ever seen Game of Thrones, almost every character in that show dies. So the idea, like the joke in this one, was that every character dies, which by the end of the play, every single character has died. But every single time, like, a death occurs during this play, I go out there and I'm in all black, like, drama club, like, crew attire. And I'm just throwing red streamers as the blood packet guy. And because...
She had a fanny pack and everything,
yeah, it was legit. Well, I'll throw up a picture. I actually got a fun picture of me doing a death. Are you in the photo? You might be in the photo.
Maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. You might be in the photo. Here it is. Yeah, so anytime a character dies, I throw the streamers as the blood. And then because of just how much my person wanted to be in this play, like, I essentially make all the deaths about myself, and I put myself in this play in fun ways. And then in the big end battle scene where everyone dies, I'm throwing
That's
blood.
where I died.
And I accidentally get stabbed by, like, one of the play swords, and I turn it into my own death, and it was, like, the most dramatic. Like, I had buckets of streamers. I was throwing my streamers into the crowd. Like, it was like a, like, drawn out 30-second death, and I just completely made it all about myself. But yeah, I was arguably, I like to call myself the main character of that play, because I was definitely...
She stole the show.
It was such a fun play, but... Good times, man. But those are the bullshit
Man.
plays we did in high school, you know? So, like, can't really say I'm a theater kid because I had no real theater experience. I guess I did.
That's true.
You know, it was what it was.
You had a knack for it, kid.
You had to be there. It was fun.
Number 6, from 2004, The Grudge.
No, I've never heard of that either.
That had had the creepy like Asian childs.
No, I
Childs?
have no idea
Children?
what that is.
It's the one leg that goes.
I have zero clue what you're talking about.
They're all pale,
No.
scary, freaky.
2004. Yeah, no.
Number 7. This came out not super recently, but in the past couple years.
Okay.
It is from Jordyn Peele. Get Out.
I've seen this movie.
Thank you.
There we go. We got one. That's a great movie.
Get Out. Did you ever see Us or?
I've seen Us.
Nope.
And I've seen Nope. I've seen all three of those.
Okay.
Nope is awful in my opinion. It was incredibly boring. Maybe I didn't get it. I did not like that movie. Us, I would say, is better than Get Out. Us was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, that might be a hot take.
Whoa, what the hell? Get Out's a masterpiece.
Get Out is incredible.
Like, Us is has a better ensemble, I will say.
I think the
And the
cast.
story is way more interesting, but
Yeah.
the Get Out is f***ing terrifying.
It is a masterpiece that is terrifying. But I think the cast and the story of Us is what carries it. I also think I saw Us before I ever saw Get Out.
Okay.
And I just remember seeing Us in the theater, and when they kind of do the reveal, the twist of it, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, holy shit, that's
It has
crazy.
a very good twist in it. Has a very, very good twist in it.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it does have M'Baku in it, so it's kind of hard to go against,
yeah.
the real king of Wakanda.
But it's like This Is Us and Get Out is right there. They're really good. They're both really good, in my opinion.
Very good. Jordyn Peele is a hell of a director.
He is.
And I hate that you said that Nope is a bad movie because
I remember didn't like
I feel like that. Do you not like Alien type movies?
I do,
at all?
is the thing. It was just weird to me. It's not what I expected it to be at all. And I feel like they were trying to do a lot more with it than needed to happen, in my opinion. I just remember going to see that movie, and I just came out of that that felt boring. I just didn't. Maybe I just didn't connect with it. I don't know.
It was also really slow.
I think the pacing. Yeah, I don't know.
Number 8. I already know that you've seen this one because you said it earlier.
Okay.
I did have the very first Scream on here.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Because I didn't know if you've. Didn't really know if you've seen it.
That is the only one I've seen, and I saw it for the first time a couple of years ago. I didn't see it growing up or anything, but that one's fun. That one's a classic.
At least you've seen Scream. That's really good.
Yeah.
Next one, number 9. I already know that you haven't seen it because you also said it as well.
Okay.
It is the very first Friday the 13th movie.
No. Yeah.
Sutton.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, damn, not the disappointment.
All right, and number 10.
Okay, let's see.
Oh man, this is such a good twisty, not a twisty movie, but just a mind movie.
Okay.
It's The Poltergeist from 1982.
No,
Man.
I know.
That movie used to scare me because when I used to stay up at night, I would always sometimes would hear a TV, something on TV, in my parents' room or something.
Yeah.
It would always freak me out because in The Poltergeist, a lot of the ghosts and stuff that was happening would communicate through the static in the TV.
Yeah.
So that would freak me out. And the little girl that's in it is just really, her lines are just really freaking creepy.
Mm.
There's one that she goes, "They're here," and it's ugh.
Just gives you the chills. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a no. So what was that? 2? 2 for 10?
2 for 10.
Shit. I didn't even get to your 3 you expected. Dang.
I expected you to see
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Scream, and Get Out.
Yeah.
I expected you to see those 3. And I
What?
saw 1. Sorry, you saw 2.
I saw 2. Yeah.
Not terrible.
Dang.
But
I'll do better.
it's a lot of movies that you gotta watch. I understand. I get it. I guess.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of movies I gotta watch, you gave me homework last week.
yeah. Let's talk about it. So, what'd you think about them? Like, tell me all about them. Like, how was your experiences? Like, what would you feel? Like, it's the first two Rocky movies. They're just American classics. As someone that I know that loves sports as much as you do, and just loves like inspirational like stories and like connections and like just really good like dialogue. And it is a love story, but it's also like just a big underdog like tone as well. I assume that you were head over heels and have just a plethora of words to say. Right? Right?
So I'm not gonna be able to turn in my homework this week. My dog kind of ate my homework, so I wasn't able to
Zuko?
finish it. Yeah. Okay, I just didn't get around to watching it. I didn't have the time. I know. Go ahead, call me a disappointment again. I know.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you that satisfaction.
Oh, shit.
Look.
I know.
It's not my fault that your grade is going down in my class, okay?
I know. Do you have any extra credit you can offer me? Anything?
Yes.
Oh.
Watch Rocky 1, 2, and 3.
Damn it. Okay, I could do it.
And then I know, Rocky 4 is so good. Okay. Watch the first two. If you are hooked, watch 3 and 4.
Okay.
Don't bother with 5. Don't do any of that.
All right.
Because when you get to Rocky 4, that is what is going to like hit you with everything that you've seen in the Creed movies.
Okay. I like the Creed movies, so.
Exactly. So just watch the first 2 Rocky movies and see how you feel. If you're digging it, watch 3. If you like 3, watch 4.
Okay, I can do that. I'll have it on your desk by the end of next week. I can do that. Thank you, Mr. Watts. I appreciate you helping me out here. I was so scared to tell you this because I just know. I know how much these movies mean to you. And
the Rocky movies are just so good, and I love them so much. So much. I mean, I bet if they're about the Chicago Bears, you would watch it, huh?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what's sad is I can't even blame like football this week because we had a bye week.
I don't want to talk about football this week because we lost to Taylor's team once again, and it's just a whole bunch of bull crap. The Mets lost and aren't going to the World Series. All hell's breaking loose.
It's okay.
I am upset that this is the reality that we need to live in, that the Dodgers are now going to the World Series. Let's go Yankees.
Yeah, no, Yankees got it. I believe.
Big Aaron Judge representing. He's from the 209, you know.
Is he?
He is.
Okay.
Aaron Judge is one of us.
Okay.
I sold him a freaking hydro flask when I worked at Tilly's back in 2019.
That's
it was
awesome.
Great. It was great. I had to get, I don't know if it was his sister or if it was someone he was with. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But they bought like the giant like hydro flask that's like this big, wide, and it was all white. And I'm like, oh, I know why it's all white, because you play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
He bought it, and like he didn't say a word, but he was like standing behind her, and I was just like trying not to stare.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, that's Aaron Judge. He is like 9 feet tall. He is big. Because all of his family's from Lathrop, and I was working in Stockton at the time.
Yeah.
And she pays with card, and I was so happy she paid with card because when I worked at Tilly's, they have to sign the receipt. And I wanted so bad. I'm like, can you, like, and we just need a signature on the receipt. And I'm like, please have Aaron sign it. Please have Aaron sign it. Please have Aaron sign it. And then she signed it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, I don't want that.
That's not worth anything.
Yeah.
But if Aaron Judge would have signed that receipt, I would have just like copped it. I would have just.
I just kept it.
I would have just kept it.
Yeah.
I would have risked my termination working there.
I love
just
it.
to have an Aaron Judge autograph. But
you should have just like said something. Just say hi. Like, you don't gotta bother him. Just be like, hey man,
No, I mean, like I've grown up with a lot of like meeting a whole bunch of like baseball players and stuff like that, going to ports games all the time. I've seen a whole bunch of guys. Like Ricky Henderson, I've met him so many times. I've kind of gotten the groove of things where when I see someone like that or anyone that's sort of famous, I know that they are just regular people.
Yeah.
So I kind of treat them like that. So inside I was freaking out, but on the outside I was just like, oh, hey, how's it going, you guys? Like, you find everything okay?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't like weird or anything like that. But like inside I was like,
yeah,
that's big Aaron Judge right there. That's the MVP.
I'm sure they definitely don't like when they get fangirled over. Like, it's a lot, like, whatever, but...
Exactly, especially when they were, like, Christmas shopping. Like, yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like it's so simple to just be like, hey, man, I'm a fan. Like, I appreciate you. Just wanted to say hey and good luck.
There was a lot of people waiting outside.
Oh, really?
Outside of our store. Like, they would, like, peek in and then just, like, walk back out because they didn't want to come in and, like, hound them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy day.
Dang. Cool.
I didn't really believe it. I immediately called my buddy Hunter, and I told him what happened, and he didn't believe me. I'm like, oh, man, it happened. Big Aaron Judge looked at me, dude.
Yeah, no, for
99.
sure.
Insane. Okay.
All right. Well, happy Halloween.
Oh, no.
Let us know in the comments what you dressed up as, if you did.
Leave it down in the comments. If you're watching, put it down on YouTube. If you're listening, go over to YouTube and put down what you dressed up as.
Absolutely.
So, I guess there really is no other way to end this than by saying, Sutton Editing, play me out!
Oh, God, we're going to get demonetized again.